Joining me now from Capitol Hill is Congressman Jody Hice, Republican from Georgia. He is also a member of the House Committee on Oversight and Reform. Congressman, welcome back to the show. I know the House voted yesterday to pass the more than $8 billion emergency coronavirus package. What do you see as the most critical or immediate needs and how this funding can help?
Well, really it's twofold. Number one, we want to make sure that adequate funding is available to go to states as they need it. And so there's significant amounts of funding here, I believe in the ballpark of $900 million that are available for grants to go to states as they need it. And of course, they are the ones who are on the ground, so to speak, with individuals with coronavirus. And then the other side of much of the funding goes to the medical personnel and those who are trying to find out more about coronavirus and how to effectively treat it. So it's a kind of a two-pronged approach for those who are infected in the states that need it, and at the same time trying to aggressively address those who are trying to find cures and remedies.
Congressman, what do you think of the federal response so far, and do you think that we could do things better?
You know, there's always things, I suppose, that could be improved, but when you look at this, coronavirus was barely even getting started a month ago when the president put restrictions on flights to and from China, and the precautions that they took early in this have really been, they are proving now to have been just a fantastic decision from this administration. Otherwise, no question at this point, we would be seeing much greater outbreaks than we currently are. And now those same type of things are being applied to other areas, hot spots around the world, Italy, for example, Iran, some of these other places where they are seeing significant outbreaks. We're taking precautionary measures with travel to and from those areas as well. So I'm extremely pleased with the decisions to this point that the administration have been making, and there's no question that the safety of the American people has been the top priority.
Your Senate colleagues from Georgia issued a joint statement saying they're confident in the job that the CDC is doing. What are you hearing from CDC officials?
Yeah, we just had a briefing this morning, and of course we have had a couple of cases show up now in Georgia, and so this is a very important issue for us. And fortunately, the CDC is located there in Atlanta. But the CDC, obviously, they are working around the clock with other organizations to address this issue as rapidly as possible. I think the number one approach at this point is trying to keep the American people informed as to what's taking place, trying to make sure that people are not panicking over it right now. The briefing this morning, the first words that came to us is that we in America are still at an extremely low risk with coronavirus. That being said, we also know that it's here and that very likely it will be increasing. So we want to minimize fear and panic while at the same time encouraging people to take proper measures of cleanliness and the type of things that would typically be done for flu, for example, to help protect themselves. And then with the CDC and other organizations, they are full steam. They're in full court press to try to find some solutions.
Oh, Congressman, as you just said, some recent cases in Georgia, in your home state. What are you hearing from your constituents there, and what's your message to them?
Well, it's the same message that we're saying right now. Don't panic, but take precautionary measures and stay informed. We are putting up on our website, for example, current information that people can go and find out the latest information as to what's happening, and if there are any breaking news as it would be for coronavirus. We're trying to do as an office all we can to keep our constituents informed. And of course, fortunately, the media is doing a good job right now as well, trying to keep people informed as to what's taking place. But in Georgia, so far, the two cases, as I understand it, the people are doing very well. They're healthy. They are confined in the same household. We expect a full recovery from them, but of course we're going to continue monitoring as more than likely there will be other cases forthcoming.
Well, Congressman, thank you so much. Congressman Jody Hice, Republican from Georgia.
Thank you.